Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick Ashby, and we are getting ready to talk about these Rockstar Gladiators that we knocked out for Rockstar Energy. We're also gonna be giving away a prize pack. Stay tuned until the end of the video to figure out how you can win it. All right, so last SEMA, I got a phone call from Rockstar, and the bosses over there had some conversation about doing some different types of experiential vehicles. So we get the Gladiators and we start building these things out, and we came up with a concept of kind of taking some of our overland partners and turning them into like activation partnerships so that we could, in theory, build something that one, looked really good, two, worked really well, and three, was tied in with a lot of our brand partners. So let's kind of dig into what we built and how we built it. So what we did is we took 3 Gladiators, and then once we got them picked up, we had to start taking these things apart. All 3 of these builds have that traditional 3.5-inch rock crawler. I believe we went with, it's a dual triangulated in the rear, but I believe all the joints on this is a part of their adventure series. Although we built these things to off-road, they're probably gonna see very little off-roading and more highway. And the adventure series is a cool suspension because you don't have to do the maintenance on it like you traditionally would like a heavy-duty off-road suspension that Rock Crawler makes. So teaming up with Fox, we're using their 3.0 DSC stuff, I believe, that is pretty easy to adjust, both rebound, compression, all that kind of stuff. They're remote resi, but they ride amazing. And again, I like using Fox for these type of builds because the maintenance on them is very little. We did add airbags in the back because we do have an entire system back there of sound, audio, batteries, all that kind of stuff. And when you add in ice, water, drinks, we didn't want to have too much of a sag. We are running a 40-inch Mickey and a 17-inch Dirty Life wheel and tire combo on this like we normally would on a Gladiator. These things have been re-geared to a 513 from Yukon Gear and Axle. They do have upgraded shafts. They do have a lot of that stuff. And it's pretty cool. You get in this thing, you go and drive it, and it handles like an OEM car when you're making those long drives across the country. It doesn't handle like some big lifted, off-balance machine. So we jump into the armor. Now, the armor on this aesthetically is a big deal because these things aesthetically are a big deal. So working with Moto Built, these were probably one of our first big partnership builds we did with them. So we bought like 3 sets of everything they make, bumpers, fenders, inner fender wells, all of the cool little attachments you're gonna need, the reinforcement attachments, everything these things have, which is pretty cool. They're not just aesthetically built. Again, these things can go rock crawl if you want to. On these sliders, because we're gonna be having a bunch of, I would say, college ambassadors and people that normally don't work in Jeeps, maybe executives in these things, we opted for the Rockstar Engineering electric steps. Now those will come out to you and go back in. I like these when you're seeing something that's gonna be on the road more because it's easier to get in and out of these things once they're on a 40-inch tire with a 3-inch lift. Now you start diving into like the technical things of these builds. So performance, you're gonna need something to help out all this weight you're adding. So we did go in and we do have a Z tuner in these to adjust all the stuff on it. We do have intakes from K&N. We do have exhaust from MagnaFlow. We do have batteries from Odyssey. We have multiple batteries from Odyssey in these. And again, you have an isolated setup where you have a battery in the front and a battery in the rear so that you don't have the issue necessarily of having a dead battery in these. In the back of it, you have a whole inverter setup because you are running dual Xboxes in the back of this thing as well. Now, the dual Xboxes are connected to the TV, so you can run the TVs through the Xboxes if you want, but you can also set the TVs up to run on Wi-Fi and watch YouTube or things like that. The entire system, audio-wise, is controlled by Kicker Audio. So we have one of their KMC units powering everything. There are S-Pods that control everything with the car accessory and all the accessories in the back. Again, isolation and steps to protect everything that we have. When it comes to the audio, there's a lot of audio in this. You do have a solo barrack where the spare tire usually goes, so you have some good bass. Now, instead of running wakeboard speakers or things like that you're traditionally gonna find on an experiential vehicle, we opted for their new sound bars. Kicker has these awesome sound bars that put out a ton of power. They're cool because you can wire them in series. They'll Bluetooth in series as well, but we ran all of those to a splitter right into our head unit. And what's really cool about that is, again, it just simplifies the system. So if you're just a person jumping in this thing, from Rockstar or an ambassador or a DJ or whoever it is, they can just plug into the system and it's very simple. And then it goes into like all of the Scosche accessories and mounts. Now, we opted to put in a bunch of 12-volt accessories. All of those accessories actually have the new Scosche dual port chargers plugged into all of those. So if you have a dead phone and you see one of these things and it's an event, bring it over, we'll charge it for you. I think there's 16 different chargers on this thing at any given time. You've got a ton of Scosche accessories on the inside as well, phone mounts, chargers, all that kind of stuff. So while we're in the interior, let's talk a little bit about the PRP seats. Now, Justin over PRP loves to hate me because of what I asked him to do. So we needed seat covers for these to kind of give them that Rockstar feel and look. And I wanted diamond stitching because we're building a lot of builds right now for Rockstar that have that diamond stitching. So I wanted a lot of continuity there for the brand and like that premium feel. So he'd never done it before. We did it on these. We put it out, we did it. And now it's an option for everybody with PRP seats, which is pretty cool. I think that one part that really sets everything else apart on the build is the Baja Designs lighting. On this, we have the XL linkable light bar across the front. We've got LP4s on the front. We have S2s as our backups. We have rock lights all the way around this. And then if you actually open up the DJ booth, so to say, that is built out of a Go Fast camper, a lot of people have asked that. Yes, it was a Go Fast camper, and we modified it a little bit, not their traditional setup. They were awesome working with them. They were able to take the fabric out, we didn't need it. They were able to anodize some black hardware for us and just kind of give us that premium again. But if you flip that thing open, you're gonna see about 6 lights from Baja Designs. You're gonna see some S1 ambers, and you're also gonna see some different dome lights. You tie all that in with the Oracle headlights and tail lights that we have, I feel it just gives it that great premium look, like everything was upgraded, all the details were upgraded. Now, one of the things we needed this build to revolve around most was the sampling of Rockstar Energy drinks. The cool thing about this build is we used a deck system to do that. Now, a deck system is typically a system that you're gonna find on the back of a vehicle that you'll keep tools and things in. We took that, added some drain plugs, and now we have a system that can sample up to 200 or 300 drinks at any point. You can throw ice on it, the water stays, away from everything, and you can easily drain it and put more ice, more drinks in. And under that deck system is a fully sprayed Patriot liner bed to protect everything from the elements. And then again, we wanted this thing to aesthetically work as well as it looks. So we put on a winch from Warren with a factor, and yes, they're fully functional, everything works there. So there you have it. The Rockstar Gladiators, we built 3 of these things. They're going all over the country. You can find them at Formula Drifts, Great American Crawls, and a lot of the concert series and a lot of the college campuses that Rockstar is involved in. Check out our website, rockstarperformancegarage.com, and I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. All right, let's talk about prize pack, because that's why you stuck around. So we're gonna be giving away a Rockstar Energy prize pack on this one. Makes sense, Rockstar Gladiator, right? So we're gonna be giving away hat, shirt, all that kind of cool swag, but we're also gonna be sending out some couple cases of Rockstar. So you'll tell me your flavor, and I'll get that in the mail for you. Do me a favor, in this video, in your comment, throw your size in there. Tell me what size you are, and tell me what the coolest thing you think about this Jeep is, and make sure you leave your Instagram handle. If you don't, I can't get a hold of you to let you know you won. Good luck.
Yeah, give me some, yeah, woohoo! Yeah, some clapping, dude. Some clapping, some jumping, that's good, that's all good. Yeah, Brandon. You did it, dude. We made the delivery. Fantastic.